Good evening, everyone. It's Thursday evening. Maywood Park just ended a short time ago, and I wanted to do a video here. The sole purpose of this video is to talk about the Maywood Park 20-cent jackpot P-6. Now, I don't know what Maywood Park is doing, why they're pulling this on us gamblers, but there's not only myself, but there's several people that are a little upset with Maywood Park and whatever they're doing, not putting up the probables again tonight for the P-6 payouts. They put the P-3 up, probables, right after the 5th place replay, but they won't put the P-6 up like they did now. This is like the 3rd or 4th time in a row that they won't put the probables up, so us gamblers can see what the P-6 is paying with each horse. Now they have them, cut and dry, bottom line, they have them. Now the other day, as I talked about Thursday and Friday, all they put up on the screen was there's a 20-cent ticket alive. Not telling us who it's live with, not showing us what the probables are with the other horses that are 5 out of 6. So whatever that deal was over last Thursday and Friday, I don't know, but that perturbed us. But now it's getting a little bit ridiculous. All right, and not only for myself, but several other people. Like I got about 3 or 4 phone calls right after the 5th race, close to the start of the 6th race, and text messages coming in, people saying, where are these payoffs at? Why aren't they putting these probables up? We don't know who's alive. Well, because, you know, a $40 horse started the P-6 tonight in the first race out of the 7-hole, a $40-something horse. Okay, then he had a couple chalks, and then he had a 2-to-1 shot, and then to cap it off, an 8-to-1 shot won the last leg. So, you know, nobody knows, well, did somebody have it? Is it 5 out of 6? They don't put nothing up. One gentleman called the racetrack. He sent me a text message. Hold on. So anyway, I looked for the text message, but I erased it. But a guy sent me a text message, said he called Maywood Park to ask the mutual department why they're not showing the P-6 probables, and the switchboard operator put him on hold, and then after he was on hold for a while, it just went to voicemail. So they don't want to answer their phones in the mutual department, which they usually do if you call them and you have a question. But they know why people are calling, because they're not showing the probables. And whatever their little game is, like the other day, there's a 20-cent ticket live. Well, they didn't put anything up tonight. They didn't tell us nothing. Okay, so we're supposed to guess if anyone's alive. Now, I was alive with 3 horses. I'm supposed to guess what it's paying, right? And anyone else that was alive. And then as it turns out, like I said, the 8-to-1 shot won the last leg, so chances are nobody had it. But then again, as we found out, several people had it. With a $40 horse and an 8-to-1 shot capping it off, with not that much money bet into the pool. There was only $3,000 put into the pool. Now minus their take, what's left, okay? But nobody knows. As it turned out, the thing only paid $180. So there must have been several winners. Isn't that wonderful? A $40 horse, and then you end with its 8-to-1 shot and a couple of 2-to-1s in between, but yet it only paid $180 bucks. But the point being is, what are they doing at Maywood Park with these P-6 probables and not putting them up and let us know what the heck's going on? There's some kind of funny games being played. Now I got text messages coming in like people saying to me, I'm not playing it no more. Well, guess what? I'm not either. I'm not putting none of my money into that P-6. And you know what? To tell you the truth, I'm going to suggest all you gamblers out there, don't bother with this stupid P-6, 20-cent P-6 jackpot pool. Because there's something going on. It's ridiculous. I mean, when you do things like that, it throws up a red flag, doesn't it? They were putting the P-6 payoffs up 2-3 weeks ago. Why aren't they doing it now? And what's going on? How do we know if anybody's hitting it? How do we know if they're playing some kind of games? All of a sudden they don't put them up. Or put up one ticket live for 20 cents, and then no one has it when a 1-to-5 shot wins the last leg. They weren't alive with that horse. So that's it. I'm done with the P-6, Maywood Park. Okay, Duke Johnson and all you guys that run the track there, I'm done with it. All right, I'm not putting a dime into your P-6 pool no more. You can keep your 9 grand or 10 grand. Okay? Because it might go until June the way you guys are playing games. Alright? And not only myself, but like I said, several other people have called me and texted me to tell me that they're done with play. They're not going to sit around and wonder and play games when they're putting money into this pool. Alright? And then having games being played. So it kind of irritates me and a lot of other people, and that's why I came on to do this video and to tell everyone, you know, if you're a Maywood player and you see this, ask yourself what's going on. Or make some calls to Maywood yourself tomorrow during the day so you can get a hold of anybody over there and say, hey, what are you doing with these P-6 probables? How come they're not going up on the screen after the 5th race to show us what they're paying? Alright, there's enough nonsense going on in Chicago, okay? You got a bad name as it is, alright? People write about how bad it is there, and this is crooked, and that's crooked, and all that. Well, you know what? This doesn't make things look any better, alright? When you do stuff like this. Speaking from a bettor's viewpoint. So either, you know, get the show on the road and do the right thing, or don't do it at all. Cancel the stupid bet. That's the way I look at it. But whatever you do, it doesn't matter to me because I'm not betting into the pool no more, and several people I know aren't betting into it either. So have fun trying to catch the 20-cent jackpot P-6 at Maywood Park. Good luck. That's all I can say. Getting fed up to hear with the nonsense in harness racing. I'm about ready to cut it all off and start betting thoroughbreds, to tell you the truth. Because this stuff with harness racing, this nonsense that's going on, forget about it. You gotta worry about beating 1 to 5 shots every race as it is. Okay? Do you see the payoffs at Maywood Park? For that matter, anywhere. Pocono, Chester, anywhere. You see the payoffs? Every race there's a 1 to 5, 1 to 9 shot in the race, and you're trying to either beat them or you can't make any money if the horse wins. So what's the sense in betting harness racing these days? Okay? I guess the only place that you can bet harness racing is maybe the Meadowlands, because they have when they have full fields and there's a lot of money in the pools, you know, and bombs come in because nobody can handicap the joint because you got horses coming from 8 different tracks. Well, let's see, I didn't get in at Pocono, let's throw them in at the Meadowlands. Well, I didn't get into the Meadowlands, let's throw them in over here at Chester. If I didn't get in at Chester, let's throw them in at Saratoga. If I didn't get in Saratoga, maybe we'll go to the Meadows with them. So you got horses flying around all over the East Coast, entering wherever they can get in. Now, you try handicapping it and see how well you do. Yeah, so there you go. So if you get lucky and you play some numbers, I guess, maybe you can catch some bombs at the or a quick pick ticket like that guy played for $3.20. He didn't handicap nothing. So might as well just go play yourself some quick picks, pull some numbers out of the hat, throw some darts, because you can't handicap harness racing no more. They ruined the entire game of harness racing. That's what they've done, ruined it. Across this whole country, harness racing is ruined. It's getting disgusting, all right? There are no big bettors anymore left. They ran all the big bettors away. There's no pools to bet in other than the Meadowlands and halfway decent pools in Chicago, or, you know, maybe Northfields have halfway decent pools and stuff, whatever. Halfway decent. So what's left? What's left in harness racing? Huh? And then you got to put up with nonsense like they're doing here in Chicago, you know, at Maywood. And for that matter, they pull their nonsense. And let me tell you another thing while I'm at it here. Did you ever notice, I don't care what track it's at, did you ever notice when there's a big payoff coming in a race, like bombs run 1, 2, 3, that it takes so long for them to put up the payoffs? They'll put the official up, And it'll take 5 minutes or more for them to put the payoffs up. Every time there's a big payout coming. Why? Why? But when a even money shot wins and the exacta comes back $18 or $20 and the try comes back $50, the payoffs go up 2 seconds after they cross the finish line. The payoffs are up. But every time there's a big payout, it takes them 5-10 minutes sometimes. Oh, there's a tote delay. Yeah, there's a tote delay. Why is there always a tote delay when the big payoffs are coming? But never when the chalks win. More nonsense. Oh, okay. Let's go on with it some more. Then you got wherever they're canceling tickets at after the race starts, when a horse breaks in the first turn and the odds go down on other horses, and the horse that the chalk that makes a break, the horse goes up. So now you got to deal with that too, where there's races being canceled. I'm sorry, tickets being canceled or something after the race starts. Wherever these ADWs are at that are allowing people to cancel tickets because they're on a delay or something. I don't know what's going on. But that kind of stuff you're dealing with harness race is just way too much to deal with anymore. Okay? And then you're trying to make money. It's hard enough to try to make money beating these chalks every track, 1 to 9s, 1 to 5s, 3 to 5s, 1 to 2s. Okay? So it's just getting to be too much. It's just getting to be too much. For me anyway, I'm getting sick of it. I might just shut down. I might just shut down and start playing thoroughbreds. At least you can get some at least you can get some value with thoroughbreds. You know? That's the way I look at it. I don't think anything's going to get any better, so just wishing and hoping that it does. Because, sorry to say, but I think harness racing is shot. It's shot and it's getting worse. So, there you go. I ranted. Now, I'm going to call it a night, and I don't know what I'm going to do tomorrow. I'm going to get up, I'm going to work numbers for customers, and give them some winners, and let them try to win. And play into that P-6 pool that they're jacking with, okay? And try to see if you can beat the chalks. And then when you do, you're still only going to get an $80 trifecta. So whatever, I don't know. It's sickening. So that's it, guys. Now you can go on after this video tomorrow, you know, and you can post it all over harness forums and talk about Dan Nance ranting and raving about the P-6 and talking about harness racing and all this stuff. So go ahead and do it. Have your fun and kicks and jollies. But you know what? I'm going to get stuff off my chest when it comes to what I see, like I see happening at Maywood Park with this P-6 nonsense. All right? So have fun, everyone, betting into the Maywood P-6. All right? And the way to run a racetrack, Mr. Johnsons, you're aces. You're aces. You know how to run a track real well. Real good. Let me tell you something. You can pull a couple of those guys out of those tack rooms back there at Maywood Park, and they can run the track better than you guys do. How do you like that? Huh? Yeah, you heard it from me. Yeah, it's right. You don't like it? Too bad. Can't suspend me now because I'm not training, right? Suspend that Dan Nance because he's talking crap about the racetrack. Yeah, we don't need him racing here. He's talking crap. Yeah, he can't do nothing. Nothing. I'll tell you like it is, okay? Learn how to run a track, do it the right way, or don't do it at all. Because obviously, you see where harness racing is at nowadays. You know, since you guys had the monopoly on harness racing now with Balmoral and Maywood, you took all the dates from Hawthorne, and you got your little monopoly going on for the last 10 or whatever, how many years it's been. 8 years since Hawthorne had a meet. And you got your monopoly now and everything else that's going on back there. And you ruined harness racing, and that's just the way it is. So, adios. See you later. We'll see if you put the P-6 probables up tomorrow night. You probably won't, but I won't care because I'm not betting it. Adios, amigos.